All right, let's see what's going on. Hope you guys are having a great day so far. It's your boy Top Cat the Gamer, back with some more trails into Reverie. We thought we were done, but we're not. A lot more to go. She just scared herself to death. She just standing there just staring at it. Garcia. I like the song. All right. The commotion in the city is starting to calm down to a degree. Garcia also helped us recover all the remaining Zara soldats and transport them to the Geo front. The remaining, the remaining members of the Ebon Defense Force all willingly surrendered themselves too. As for Elia Platier, she's been taken to the hospital. She's exhausted, but in no danger. Thank Adios for that. She's in good hands with Dr. Seelan. Or Salen. Speaking of the doctor, sounds like Moray's surgery was a success. That's awesome. It's a shame I can't see her yet, but at least I know she's alright. You will soon. For now, we need to decide on our next move. Who knew something like that would show up in Lake Elm? The retributive or retributive? Yeah. Retributive. Dude, it's one of them. Shit. We'll go with Retributive Tower. Watch, I'm gonna be wrong. It's like Retributive. Oh my God. We've already seen it's capable enough to annihilate something the size of Juno Naval Fortress in an instant. From what I can see, it powers itself through the spirit veins. This energy is amplified and reflected by combat shell satellites in the sky, which then direct them towards a desired target. The technology to fire a beam of its strength with such precise accuracy just doesn't exist in the Empire. But Elysium can realize it. I thought so. Lapis isn't saying anything, but she knows something. Alright, the fortress's troops were stationed elsewhere at the time of the attack, so by the grace of the goddess, no lives were lost. Are you kidding me? That big ass base, there was nobody there, no custodians, nobody was there. Come on, man. I'm more ashamed that my old castle could fall so easily. I don't think any fortress could have withstood a blast like that. I'm not saying that somebody should have died, okay? I feel like somebody dying would at least raise the stakes a little bit. But, I'm just saying, that entire base, that fortress it had nobody there. Come on. The aim was to show its monstrous capability, and it served its purpose well. You need only to look at our neighbors' reactions to see that, particularly cowards. Indeed. You talked to their new president just earlier, didn't you, sir? I did, yes. So he did speak to him.
It feels like just yesterday that we were gathered to affirm Crossbell's independence. The speed with which you liberated your city was nothing short of astonishing. The many hardships that Crossbellans have endured have molded them into a most hardy people indeed.
We are hardly worthy of such praise.
I don't know why that voice sounds familiar.
I truly regret that we've been unable to bring this crisis to a conclusion faster, Mr. President.
So this is the guy. Roy Gramhart, huh?
But it is good to have this line of communication open to us again. Now, I believe it would be wise to discuss how to address that new weapon of mass destruction that...
As it happens, we have already begun preparing our response. We have readied enough troops to dwarf even our great numbers from the war.
I see.
Surely you are aware of the extremely delicate position Crossbell finds itself in at present. If Erebonia, or even Calvert, were to try and intervene with force, well...
I am indeed aware. But how else is a head of state to respond when his territory is threatened?
You got a point.
The tower shall next rain judgment on the Calvert Republic's Baratier airbase. Its divine lightning will spare not one thing as it turns its frame to dust.
Well, I can't blame him at all.
You have until 5 o'clock this evening to reconsider your stance. I do hope you make the right decision.
Our military's general headquarters will be the next target if we do not act. We have no choice.
He's got a point.
Surprised as how much Erebonia is dragging its heels in light of the losses it has recently suffered.
It's very true.
I deeply regret the position your country has been placed in after a problem that erupted within our borders.
Why isn't the Emperor saying anything? This whole entire game, the Emperor has done absolutely nothing. Like, he's just chilling in the castle with his family. Like, his son is missing, and like both his sons were missing actually at one point. He's made like no state address, like no address the nation, none of this stuff. Like he's just been chilling this entire game, and it's been Machias's dad that's been doing all the speaking. And I get that he's like, you know, the guy they go to for that, just like Speaker McDowell is. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, what are you doing?
But could you not give us a little more time to resolve this on our own? I assure you that we are not sitting idly by while your nation is threatened.
And I believe you. I have it on good authority that many capable hands have gathered in Crossbell. But I would like to make our stance crystal clear. Refusing our gracious offer of support means you have also forfeited support from the Imperial Army. And given what is at stake, the deadline draws dangerously close. We will take action as we see fit.
President Gramhart, sir.
I can't even blame you here.
Yes, I fully understand that.
And all is well. The Republican Army stands ready to aid you, should you require it. I hope you will make the correct choice, and sooner rather than later, Mr. Speaker.
So you have to understand his stance. He's just trying to protect his people, and they keep saying that they're gonna attack Calvert. Like, so I can't blame him, especially after all the shit that's going on. The rumors about him weren't an exaggeration in the least. If anything, they didn't exaggerate enough. I've heard his actions since the war have made him very popular in the Republic. Until now, we feared that Calvert would use the Supreme Leader as an excuse to invade, but the tower changed everything. They know as little about it as we do, so of course they would be hesitant about approaching it. Well, it's the right move. Playing this card has no downsides for them. I don't doubt that as soon as they have a grasp of the situation, they'll use it as an excuse to intervene and claim Crossbell as their own. Now, that part does suck, but like I said, you have to understand, they've been sitting by, being threatened, everything else for like the last X amount of days. And so now, like, Crossbell's right there for the taking. And, they've been wanting to get Crossbell too. So it's kind of like, none of it's right, but I do understand the stance. I fear my only option may be to request both the Republic and the Empire's aid after all. Oh, man. Oh, grandfather. The lives of the entire continent are on the line. We don't have much choice. This is a fact. But doing so would cement Crossbell's status as a country unable to handle crises within their own borders. It killed its chance of re-independence for good. It's almost an impossible choice to make. Knowing where the next target will be works to the Republic's advantage as well. As does knowing that while it is an important military base, it can be rebuilt with ease, unlike Juno. The deadline is also generous enough to give time to evacuate civilians in the vicinity of the blast. I'm sure preparations are already underway. All that to say that even if the worst should happen, Calvert will walk away with minimal damage at most. Lucky sons of bitches. And here we're thinking things will get easier after that sly old fox. I'm sorry, I butchered this whole thing. And here we were thinking that things would get easier after that sly old fox they had before 23 was out of the picture. The delay could still work in our favor. It might mean we've bought enough time to take care of the tower ourselves. It'll take a half a day more over nothing at all. I mean, I'll take a half day over nothing at all. I wouldn't bust out the champagne over that just yet. Agreed. There are reports that there are far fewer Zava Soldat stationed in the city now compared to when it was first occupied. And there's only one other place they'd be. So the bulk of them are defending the tower then. Maybe they figured the city would be liberated again from the start. Surely not. Actually, after all that's happened so far, anything is possible. I lean toward it, personally. Our foe's real goal was unveiling this giant weapon all along. But at this point, just who is our foe? It doesn't sound as though Elysium itself has a will of its own. That's right, it needs an administrator. The answer is whoever ousted me from that position and took it for themselves. That all this has continued unabated even after the Supreme Leader's demise suggests it wasn't him. He would have been the most obvious answer. Our options otherwise are very few. We know who it is, so whatever. I'll be honest, I'm not sure this is something Calvert and Erebonia's armies can solve. I don't think so either. The tower is capable of more destruction than even the past war if left unchecked. You gotta go.
I won't let that happen. Maybe whoever this is really thinks they're on some noble pursuit to bring eternal peace. But if you have to hold the entire continent hostage to maintain it, then how the hell is that true peace? How is that going to unite us? It's not going to unite anyone.
It's facts.
We've worked too hard for this. I won't let this vice grip they think they have stop us from crossing the finish line.
Well said.
That's our Yuna.
And that's why Yuna's the leader of the new Class 7.
You took the words right out of my mouth. We stood up when knocked down 100 times. This is just 101.
That was well said. I like that.
No matter how high the barrier, it'll never be enough to stop us.
Right. And all of us from Thor's will be right there to help you get over it. No, it's not just for you. I want things to go back to normal for myself just as much. I want to see a brighter tomorrow. And I want to see it together with the people I care about.
Green.
Yeah, we're right there with you.
Yeah, Elliot. Okay, Elliot. Normally, Elliot would be like, oh, I don't know, guys.
Liberal's here to support you all we can too.
Crossbell and Erebonia are neighbors, yes. But it's more that we've overcome enough as a team, that we would never back out now.
Yeah, teamwork's made the dream work enough times before. So why wouldn't we help?
We, of course, are also here for you.
Damn, do you guys love these cute speeches. I'd bust one out too if I had one to give.
Lecture,
Yet for
man.
all we have on our side, there are still limits to what we can do. The real key to our success is her.
Mm-hmm.
True. As long as Elysium plays such a large role, its former administrator is going to make or break this.
She's the best. Perhaps the only hope we have of seeing tomorrow.
Your name is Lapis, right? I hate to put this kind of pressure on you, but we're absolutely going to need you in this upcoming operation. Will you help us?
No.
Oh, damn.
What?
I said I'm not helping you.
Okay.
You did not just say no.
That is weird. She's just like, no. I'm like, damn, okay.
Read the room, Lapis.
That's how our girl is. She doesn't let anyone push her into doing what she doesn't want to.
It's not like we're bossing her around over something trivial.
He asked.
She can't go, screw you guys, I'm out of here when the stakes are this damn high.
Screw you guys, I'm out of here. Ash is a character, man.
Are you saying no because you only want to help your friends?
No. I'd say the same thing to them. I'm not helping anyone. Because I'm the one who needs help.
What?
Elysium is at the center of everything that's plaguing the continent. That means, as its former administrator, I have a duty to set things right. I wish to make this very clear. This isn't your problem that I'm saving. This is my problem that you're saving.
I get where she's coming from.
So please, I need you to help me. Way to turn it around, LP.
She is technically correct.
Technically, she is. Yeah, she is right.
Does that technically matter?
Right.
Yes, it's a very important distinction.
Boy. She's more of a character than you led me to believe in. Believe me, I'm just as surprised at how much she's grown. Her friends have no doubt played a vital part in that. Can't argue with that logic. The distinction works in our favor too. We're here as friends, but as Erebonians, we can't officially interfere in Crossbell's affairs at the moment. I'm sure that was at the back of some of our minds when we agreed to step in. It was, but we're past the point where we can claim this only involves Crossbell. That's facts. All of our lives are at risk here. We want to help, but even if we didn't want to, this affects us as much as it does Crossbell. Crossbell, Erebonia, the Bro, it's everyone's problem all across the map. That's a lot of people when you think about it. Yeah, but all across the map's right. And we'll need everyone we can to get help to help Lapis and overcome this. Estelle and Joshua never turned away a helping hand when they needed it. Thor's never turned them away either. Nor did the SSS. And we won't turn them away now. Exactly. What just happened? Are you ignoring me? Nope. You helped everyone feel like a team. That's all. Good girl. I'm so proud of you. I don't get why. I'd like to turn our discussion to what our present objectives should be. Lapis, how exactly should we go about stopping the tower? Well, Elysium came to be through an orbital network of spirit veins. It existed in an entirely intangible state, so taking control over it would normally be impossible. Right now, though, it exists in physical form through the tower's central terminal. That much is very clear to me now that the signal jamming is gone. In other words, right now we have a chance. Does this form make it possible for you to reinstate yourself as administrator? As long as we can reach the tower center and I can wire myself directly to it, yes. If we do that, both the tower and divine lightning should cease to function. And we have our mission. One that's a lot easier said than done. The Zarba soldats are going to be difficult enough to pass, and then the tower itself is built like a fortress. It's also worth noting that it's protected by some sort of barrier while it draws in new energy. The barrier's mana is so dense that I doubt even railway guns could break it. It's that durable? I feared it would be something like that. Before we can even think about teleporting inside, we need to take care of that barrier. But we don't have anything stronger than the railway guns at Crossville. So if even they aren't up to the task, Let's not forget that the tower sits over a lake. We have one macabre hidden and ready for use, but it isn't going to be as easy to get to as the tree was. Not with our enemy being armed to the teeth. Our macabre is undergoing repairs in Erebonia with the Courageous 2, so that one's out. We could have taken care of it if we had our Divine Knights. This is what I don't understand. Like, this is a crisis of epic proportions. Okay? Where's the Septian Church? Like, why do we only have Wazi here and his macabre? Like, shouldn't all of them be showing up right now? All these, the Gralls Ritter, all this is like a call all people thing. Like, it should be everybody that has something to do with protecting the world should be in this building right now going over this mission. I don't know. But unfortunately, we're going to be facing one instead of on top of everything else. Yeah, there's got to be something we can do, though.
And that something lies with me.
All right. So here goes some more people. There's Thomas, Olivier, Angie, George. Wait, Vita? Good to see you as always, Emma. Of course, she decides to swoop in right as you're discussing how to overcome a new overpowering weapon. You don't always have to make a show of coming in to save the day, Vita. She does do that. Oh, because you've never left it. You've never done it 1,000 times yourself, grandmother. It's true too. I just couldn't afford to stay away, knowing the society, the professor mainly is involved. If the rest of Thor's is getting in on protecting the beautiful ladies of Samaria from this new threat, then how could I skip out? If I get in on this action, I might get in on that action. You know what I mean? This shit just came out of nowhere. I'm like, if only we didn't. You look well, Crow. I'm sorry. Man, she's like, I swear, like, this chick would be so, like, she would be so, like, canceled off of social media, everything. Boy, I tell you the truth. Same to you guys. I thought you were still in Arteria, Father Thomas. Must mean our ever-reluctant superiors realize they can't leave this chance. You will be correct. Even they can't ignore a broadcast that's so damning. Like, yeah, but like, where's Kevin? Where's all these other people that are in the Gralls Ritter? It's crazy. I see the SSS has been very busy. Hopefully I can give congrats once I'm back in Crossbell. Hold on to that congrats. Our work's not done yet. You've been conducting an independent investigation in the Empire from what I've heard. At the request of none other than the Prince himself here. We may be unable to mobilize the Imperial Army, but there is a way to catch the enemy unawares, even if it involves an element of luck. If it works, however, you'll be able to get inside the tower. Really? What's the way then? Please, my dear, and spoil the surprise. That, and I rather don't think we can afford to be too cautious with Elysium. That's smart of you. We can't rule out them being able to listen in on us somehow. What a horrific possibility. Well, shall we get to work on our operation? If you're willing to support me in that endeavor, of course, Commander Bells and Tor, I never turn that down. We have until it hits 1700 hours to pull this off. So time is of the essence. Let's begin at once. Alright, Prince Oliver, Commander Bells, and Tor began ironing out the details on how to enter the tower. The assault team, comprised of the SSS, Class 7, and Rufus' party, let them be to prepare for this grand battle. They agreed that the best use of their time would be to rest and recharge while touring the newly liberated Crossbell. Alright. We're probably going to go ahead and go into the corridor as well to go through the fourth stratum. This is going to be our last chance to prepare. We've got less than a half a day left, so there is only going to be so much that we can do. The bulk of the responsibility right now is with the commander and the others who are formulating a plan either way. Yeah, but we're still responsible for preparing for the fighting we're going to be doing once we're in the tower. Indeed, I would like to tour the region and see how everyone is doing while we can too. The bikes that Elisa got her hands on from the rifle company should help us there. I'll explain the basics of riding them later on. Thanks. How long have you been carrying those glasses around, by the way? Those are pretty dope, actually. I thought my mask would draw too much attention when walking around the city. This guy plans for everything. Shall we meet again? Shall we meet again here just before the operation is scheduled to begin? Then do all that you want to now, so that you may face what comes next without regrets. Huh? Makes sense, I guess. You shouldn't be getting too friendly with them. Wait, Lord Rufus. Can I help you, detective? You certainly look like you have something to say. Oh, I do. Thinking about it, this is our first time speaking since the Panther Gruel before the war. Now that you mention it.
Think of it as my personal apology to you for Operation Birdcage. We will be recalling our troops from Michelin as well. Why don't you enjoy yourselves there one last time?
I'd like to thank you for the consideration. Not half as much as I'd like to deck you in the face.
Is he gonna punch his ass now? If you are hoping to try and make good on what you said, then I would not be opposed to humoring you. But I would have thought there are better ways to use what precious little time we have left to us. I happen to agree. That's why I think it would be fruitful for you to travel around Crossbell with us. It's not possible to change the past, but during the upcoming operation, we will be fighting on the same team. The more time we spend preparing together, the easier I think we'll find it to back one another. Oh, God dang. Find it to back one another up if things get dicey. What do you say? I had the word in my head. I'm just like, what the hell? He ain't gonna turn it over. We share Lloyd's view on the matter. I can't deny there's bad blood between us, but the stakes are too damn high to be petty. Far from me to second guess our leader. That's Lloyd for you, always looking at the big picture. You gotta hand it to the guy. We'd like to come along too. The rest of my classmates have their own preparations to make, so they won't be joining us, but we'll have to learn as much as we can in their place. We've been going around separately until now, so we all need to see how everyone else fights. But even putting all that aside, there's something I want you to see. I want you to see the strength of Crossbell's people. I want you to witness how, even in times as hopeless as these, we never give up. You some chutzpah. Don't know what that means. Have to look that up. Chutzpah? Never heard that. Very well. I see no reason to refuse. Yay, we get to hang out with RX again. Who's RX? Risha, maybe? I didn't know you knew them. It's a funny story. We met not that long ago. We're part of a secret assassins club. What? Like we needed any more crazy kids.
Yes? I'm all ears if there's something you want to say.
She is so pigeon-toed.
Your name is Lloyd Bannings, right? I think it was you after all. Who was what?
Did he do something?
I performed one last prediction of the future, just before control of Elysium was stolen from me. And that briefly showed me someone who I think was you.
Oh, wow.
Wait. Is something going to happen to him? Please, don't worry. I didn't see a vision of him dying or anything. What I saw was very fragmented, so I can't be sure exactly what it meant. But I feel as though it was telling me that you are the only one capable of unraveling the truth behind all of this.
Okay, wow. What a lot of pressure to put on Lloyd.
Yes. You are the only one who fulfills all of the conditions.
Wonder why that is.
But all I saw was this possible future's conclusion. I didn't see what steps would lead up to making it happen.
I would have thought it'd been Ring.
Sure wish we had a few more details to go on.
Right.
But that's a hard story to ignore given Elysium's ability to predict the future.
Okay. I'll keep what you said in mind. Thanks for telling me, Lapis. I'm sure we'll need all the help you can give once this whole thing kicks off, too.
I thought I told you that this is my problem that you're saving? You're helping me.
So you did.
Whatever makes you feel better, little girl. Shall we set off then? Once our preparations are complete, we need to assemble on the tower's rooftop. Yeah, so let's make sure that when we do, we're heading out with no regrets. Right. Alright. There's the mirror. And there's the fourth stratum. I had a feeling it was going to open after this. I think something must have happened. Maybe we should go and look when we get a chance. The final preparation period. This time you can explore the entirety of Crossbell with certain party members. Those not in your party will remain in town, so you're welcome to seek them out for a chat. Unlike when traveling in town with a limited party, all party members can be used when on the highways or in dungeons. Open the party menu upon venturing onto the highway or into a dungeon and choose your active party members. Okay? Okay, we got his covert shades. We'll come back here. Let me see something. Okay, so we have true access to everything. We'll go through all of it one by one. There are, I know, some chests that I didn't pick up in certain areas because I couldn't get to them. We'll go through each thing one by one, cover the whole area, but first we are gonna go into the corridor. Crap. So that's what that thing is called. Okay. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some conversations to have here. So sorry, this is going to probably be more of a dialogue video than anything. Seeing what everybody has to say. We should now have a complete roster other than people we get from golden orbs.
Warning to all visitors. Elysium has attempted to interfere with this space 4,096 times.
Damn. What did it just say? What's it talking about?
These increased failed attempts prove that the interference with the laws of causality outside this space is at a critical point. Conclusion. Limited permissions to retain memories outside of this world must be granted to combat further attempts.
Did I understand that correctly? This is a lot to process all at once.
Accessing Reverie Corridor Management System. Adjusting awareness suppression processes.
So now they can remember everything. Hold on. Well, something just happened. Wait a sec. I know this feeling. My memories are back. Mine too. So that's what we've been training to. Why we've been training to prepare ourselves in combat. The world was on the brink of a crisis this entire time. Yes, but it is much too early to dismay. There's still time for hope to prevail. This must be the Guardian's way of telling us just how much stronger we'll have to become to triumph. Seriously though, did you have to go and flip the switch on our memories while we were awake? My head's still spinning.
The action was deemed necessary to raise chances of controlling the crisis unfolding in the outside world. Elysium cannot be allowed to alter the laws of causality.
Why do like I said, when they came here, I was like, I feel this is the Grand Master that's talking to them. I don't know why. I just get the feeling of that. And I'm thinking to myself, what if the Grand Master is doing this to get them to fight Elysium, you know, to stop the Elysium from taking over or whatever the hell it is, for her own purpose?
Visitors will still be unable to retain the memories of the Reverie corridor upon exiting.
Because this game turned out very different than I thought it was going to be. Because the Grand Master's on the front cover of the game, so she's got to be tied to this in some sort of way. That's a little disappointing. It must be the one rule it won't compromise on.
Permissions now granted to enter the Reverie corridor's 4th stratum. May you seize the hope to overcome the impossible over the course of your trials.
As if we have much choice in the matter, at least we finally get the big picture. That explains all the help we've been given since we got here. It was for this. Yes, and the pivotal moment we've been training for is much closer than we thought. The threats we're up against are Elysium and the retributive tower. I don't know why it's tough for me to say this word. Retributive tower. Getting those memories back also means we already know what we need to do. We're going to stop them for Crossbell and for the entire world. Right. Damn straight we are. So long as we have time to train, I know we can turn this around. Indeed, it's our ace in the hole, and we'd be fools not to use it. And I'll back you guys up all the way. That goes for all of us. I'm raring to see what the new stratum's got for us. Now's the time to hone our skills once more. This is our last chance to steel ourselves for the final battle. Make it count, everyone. Now, I do hear that there's more stratums even after the 4th one, like 7 or 8 or something like that. It's a bunch of them. Everyone's motivated and doing whatever they can to prepare for battle. Final battle. I can't let myself be the odd one out. It's time I got ready too. Alright, you will now begin exploring as Lloyd. Additional characters can now be recruited via golden sealing stones. I think the only people we have left... Oh, Zeit will assist us now, okay. So I think who we have left is Angie, Toval, I've heard is a character. But we're going to go around now and speak to people. Scree, okay. Even Zio is looking fired up. Alright. As I said at the meeting, the tower is surrounded by a powerful barrier. We also need a strategy for dealing with a large number of Hellmords and other defenses that are protecting it. That's going to be easier said than done. I know the Prince and Thomas are making arrangements, but it's going to be a challenge. Rose and Dieter are doing the same. They said they'll have to keep whatever they have up their sleeves a secret until the operation begins. I wish I could say that it makes me feel better, but it sure does feel like we're leaving our lives up to complete chance like this. I understand your concern, but this isn't the first time any of us have faced towering odds. Plus, I have faith that Reen and his crew will figure something out. Well, aren't you optimistic? Yes, but I think having optimism is entirely the point. All we can do is have faith and each do what we can. Or you can do what I'm doing, work on the assumption we'll find a way into that thing one way or another, and prepare yourself. And if things don't go our way and we end up meeting the goddess later today, then perhaps that's just the way it was meant to be. Far be it from me to keep her waiting, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to pull this off, no matter what. That's right. I plan on living up to grandmother's and everyone else's expectations. All right, and then the individual stuff. So we have to figure out a way to avoid Elysium's notice. Honestly, this might be a job better suited for Rose and Vita. You know how sneaky and secretive those two ladies can get. I think I'll leave it to them, and the rest of you, I'll do my best to train up and get stronger in the meantime. Okay?
How's it going?
This is the first time people from all walks of life have come together to lend support. It was the same during the Great Twilight. I know there's still a lot happening that we don't quite understand, but let's take this opportunity to train ourselves for anything that might come. Okay?
How are you doing?
Wazi? Only ADOS knows what's in store for us, but we still have a modicum of control over our own destinies. I probably said that wrong. Modicum, yeah. Overcoming the barriers that stand in our way is simply who we are, no matter how many times it takes. I dig it.
Did you say something?
That divine lightning is truly fearsome. It's astonishing to think something so immense can be willed into existence by people's thoughts. Truly an unfortunate turn of events for us. But you all have overcome plenty of challenges in your time. I don't see why this one would prove any more impossible than the rest. I'm inclined to agree. The odds were stacked against us when it came to the Azure Tree and Great Twilight too, after all. If we can make it through those, then we can get through this, period. We just have to show what true strength looks like again. Spoken like the poster boy of the SSS. I respect that. The poster boy. With the fate of all of Reverie resting on this battle, I'll be keeping a close watch on how the final curtain will fall. And Emma?
Hiya.
If Elysium really came to about because of the Great Twilight, then this problem falls squarely in the purview of switches. With the Empire's curse gone, you can be sure I'll confront this with everything I have to help find a new path for my clan. I hope you're watching, Mom. I'm not going to let you down, I promise. Nice. Alrighty, we'll go with the bracers, and, well, it's a mixture here. Man, you were all amazing at the Civic Center. Totally. I nearly lost focus in the middle of our battle because I couldn't stop watching. You would think that was a rehearsed performance. Great job out there. It was like I was synchronizing with Ilya little by little as we were dancing. I feel a little guilty saying this, but it was so much fun that I could see anything or anyone else. I'm sure Ilya felt the same way. And everyone's back to normal thanks to you. All that's left is toppling the tower. Yeah, we've already come this far. Now we just gotta go bust right in. That's the spirit. There's no way we can fail with everyone working together. I think that pretty much covers it. There's just one small barrier standing in our way now. We've taken back what matters most to us. Now's the time to protect it. You see, Eurisha, every time we're in this area, she goes back to her casual outfit because all the dudes be staring. We got a pretty salty lineup, don't we? I never thought I'd see Instructor Reen, the SSS, and that monster Rufus team up. Not to mention old Class 7 and the team from Liberl. I like to think new Class 7 can hold its own too. We're unstoppable. You guys can't yet. You're getting there. That's why I'm not sweating this trial stuff. We're gonna crush it and win back our pride once and for all. That's the plan. I'll be counting on you again, Yona. Gotta say, man, her character's come a long way. Oh, this is a little off topic, but is it true? I heard you taking up Vantage Masters, Lloyd. Fran was teaching me how to play too, ever since she convinced me to pick it up because of how popular it is. I didn't get the appeal at first, but I came around once I realized I could use it to hone my strategizing. Now I can't put it down. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'd love to play a few games with you if you have the time. Sure thing, Noel. You're on.
We'll take care of this.
There's not a part of me that doubts we're going to win, despite what we're going up against. Not even a little. So long as everyone here works together, we can protect Crossbell from anything. We can protect the whole continent. All we have to do is keep fighting the good fight. I'm going to stay true to myself and do what feels right. All that seemed to rhyme.
I hope
That was
you're
weird.
doing well.
This incident is another opportunity for me to define what being yin means to me. It's a chance for me to grow and become stronger at protecting what I cherish more than anything in the world. I'm not going to risk losing the people who matter most to me. We've been through this before, Lloyd. Let's finish what we started again.
Is
I'm
something
sorry.
the matter?
My bad. Scheherazade,
I wonder.
what a mess we've been dragged into. No period for marital bliss for us, huh? To think a system that can predict the future better than any tarot reading is trying to steal that very future from us. That's right, she does read tarot cards. I won't let them steal away the future, especially for those yet to be born. Agreed, we can't let them do this. We'll find a way to stop them, together. And I'll be backing you from the sidelines as best as I can. I give you permission to work Estelle and Joshua to the bone. Whatever you need to do to fix this. It sucks that she's, I get the reason why she's not fighting, but it sucks. I want to play with her so bad. I like Scheherazade a lot in the older games, so okay, say Lloyd. You wouldn't happen to have picked up Vanish Masters, would you? I've been watching everyone else play for so long that the fever finally bit me as well. I'm not a savant at it like Ren is. Oh God, I don't want to play Ren now, but I picked up a few pointers. You know me. I'm in it to win it, and this is no different. So what do you say? You game to go at it mano a mano if you have time, Lloyd? Hard to turn down a challenge like that. You're on, Estelle. That's what I'm talking about. You know where to find me if you want to get down to business. I love Estelle.
Time to get this party started.
We've been in tight spots before and come out of it, so I'm feeling pretty good about our prospects. Still, this isn't something any of us can solve on our own. You better believe it's going to take real teamwork. Damn, I mean, they've been through some shit. I'm not going to even lie. They've been through some stuff.
Review missions.
Everybody has. True, Suzaku. Okay. Interesting. All this stuff I'm going to do off screen. I'll do the stratum on screen, but getting everybody's stuff together, all that shit, I'll definitely be doing all that stuff off screen.
Confirming rank points accumulated.
Man, we're so close to the other one.
Central core activated. New contents available.
Oh, finally we can boost that.
Bolstering program available.
Alright, more bravery points. So we got that complete, and everything else is coming along. I didn't think we got that many for beating the damn the internet. So you're the final doll that Yorg, I forgot how they pronounce the damn name, left behind in the Crossbell, are you? I can truly feel his work at hand when I see you now. You got it, Wolfie Pants. Look at me. Aren't I a masterpiece? The automata he's designed for Arkansas are amazing, but they don't even compare. Your physical design is one thing, but even your personality is so lifelike. Indeed, Elysium is to thank for that. That AI was also behind the Supreme Leader, and perhaps even more than just him. It definitely seems to be involved with the origin of this place at least. Now that you mention it, that voice said something about interference before her memories came back. Right. Yeah, 4,000 sometimes. There's a lot to think about, but we still don't know enough about this place to draw any conclusions. Agreed. We should focus on resolving the incident in the real world for now. We could put our heads together on figuring this place out afterward, as the SSS. I'm with you there. It's going to take a team effort. You needn't ask for our help. That's the spirit. There's got to be a reason we're all together like this. Yeah, I know we can do it.
Hey, listen to this!
Just like with the tower, I'm a big part of what's happening here. But also, like with the tower, I feel like you're the one capable of unraveling the truth behind all this. I hope you don't mind putting on your detective's hat again, Lloyd. I need you all the way through to the end. Consider it warned. I'm more than happy to be there for you however I can. Okay?
What is it?
There's no machine that I can't help with. I'll pull my weight around here however I can. The last thing I want to do is let down Mom and Agate after all the support they've given. Think you could ever really let Agate down?
I say.
It's fascinating to think the Great Twilight and the Orbital Network gave rise to Elysium. Though there will be time to contemplate that later, we should focus on ending the crisis in the real world and learning what's happening here. I'll take this opportunity to regain my energy while I still can. That includes giving Zeit several well-earned pets.
I know that with you guys here, it'll all be okay.
There must be a good reason we were all gathered like this. It can't just be a coincidence. So hang in there, Lloyd. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it before too long. I feel like her powers are going to end up coming back. They keep showing little scenes with her. Alright, what is that you have in your pocket, Lloyd? Oh, this is a Vantage Masters. We could play Vantage Masters with the dog, bro. Oh my god. I thought so. Kia gifted one to me as well, recommending I play with other people. I've been curious about it since you practice the game. Perhaps it would make it easier for me to try. Jeez. I would appreciate it if you played a few games with me in your free time. You're gonna play Vantage Masters, right? Sure. I'll let you know when I'm up for it. Sight doesn't even have thumbs. How is he gonna hold the cards? This I gotta see. The fuck out of here, bro.
Child of man.
This incident scale is equally incomprehensible as what occurred with the Azure Tree. I am once again relying on you all to show the true strength of humanity. Man, boy, I have seen some shit in my day. They gonna let the dog play Vantage Masters now. I tell you the truth. What a wolf. Alright. More little conversations here. So much for business as usual in Crossbell. Things are officially out of hand. The continent must be in chaos right about now, after the Supreme Leader's announcement and the tower popping off like that. Damn it. It's only been a year. Only been half a year since we handled that annoying ass curse. Whatever's taken over Elysium is a real killjoy. You know that? I can't help but want to apologize. Crossbells caused a lot of damage for Erebonia between the first Independence incident and now this. Let's not forget Erebonia is to blame for dragging the entire continent into war. Yeah, and I shoulder some of the burden for that. But in a way, what's happening now is a good opportunity. This is a chance for me to pay back some of the sins I committed as an Ironblood. I still got debts to settle for being the one who pulled the trigger that started that war. If whatever the hell's going on is still connected to the Great Twilight, then that gives me double reason to put it into it. Me? I wouldn't be standing here if not for Ordine and his pals. I was literally given a second life, so I may as well do something with it. You got that, Bannons? Trying to take all the spotlight, Mr. National Hero. Leave some for the rest of us to prove we deserve to be here. You got it.
We gotta get what's ours.
Ever since the war, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Yeah, I know, me, thinking. But I finally... it helped me finally get back on my feet. Hearing all this is connected to the Great Twilight makes me want to hurry up and clean shit up so I can really put it behind me. Either way, seeing as we're all here and it's a team effort, I'll make sure to look out for you all when we're out exploring.
Yo, all good?
Time for me to man up now, huh? Don't want Chloe and Lucy to lay it on too thick later. I don't doubt those two aren't keeping quiet about all of this too. So what crazy plan does the prince have up his sleeve this time?
It's make or break for us.
There's no harm in taking it easy for a little while. Want to play some Vanish Masters? It'll help us relax. Hey, maybe it'll even bring us some good luck. I think Crow is the first person you ever play against, if I'm not mistaken. Will it now? You know, something about you reminds me of Randy. Not that I'm arguing. I guess we could use a break, so let's do it, Crow. Alright.
It's make or break for us.
I owe my second chance at life to a lot of people, so I gotta make the most of it. No way am I just gonna throw it away. There's still a lot I want to do if I'm gonna live with it in my head, live with my head held high. I plan on putting some real work in while we're here, so better leave some for me. Alright, so I'm gonna end here. I just realized that table basically has everybody who's looking to atone sitting at it. Well, I'll talk to them next and then move around everybody else as I do some stuff off screen and take care of that ahead of time, like catch a fish or whatever like that. But yeah, thank you guys for rocking with me. I appreciate everybody checking out the vid. Sorry, this one is more of a dialogue, but you know, it's Trails. What can you do? But yeah. All right, if you're new to the channel, tap that like button, subscribe if you have not. Come back for some more. Check out some other series, leave comments, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.